Well, hello, hello, young and the restless daily recap land. Oh, goodness. Daily recap fans. We're in recap land, but your daily recap fans, my bad. Today's daily recap is for Monday, December the 11th, 2023. Monday, December the 11th. Can you believe it? This year is almost gone, everybody. Almost gone. And look, according to Young and the Restless Land, boy, did it move slow and it's still moving slow. Let's see where we start. Look, who is that handsome man? Who is he? Because I'm liking the little trimmed down beard and the mustache. I said, Adam Newman? Wow. Looking good, man. Sally is not going to be able to resist you. So he and Sally were talking, of course, same old talks. Do we dare try again? Will we be tempting fate after everything we've lost? Blah, 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 blah. So they end up deciding to go out for a simple dinner. Okay, let's go out for dinner. And they say, this time we'll actually eat, we'll stay downstairs, right? So we'll see if that really happens. Okay. After dinner, they're going to end up upstairs in Sally's room. But she accidentally bumps into Nick as she was getting ready to leave Crimson Lights and Nick was getting ready to go out the door. She was coming in. She bumped him. And he's like, but he tried to play it off. And Adam was there. And he's like, wait, well, she goes, what's the matter? And he goes, nothing, nothing, it's nothing. And Adam goes, clearly it's something. He goes, it's none of your business. And so he goes, oh, is this some of the Newman business? He goes, because where's Dad been? Where's Victoria been? Where have you been? And Nikki, it's personal. It's a personal family matter. And Adam says, oh, and that's right. That's right. I'm not family, or I'm not the family that. No, he goes, I'm not family. He goes, need to know basis. And so Sally says, well, seriously, Nick, is something wrong? He goes, you know what, you two, I'm out of here. So he leaves. Okay, Nick, see you wouldn't want to be ya. Bye. So anyway, like I said, they planned to meet up for dinner, and we'll see how that goes. And then we have Claire is having a nightmare in jail. Jordan got in, telling her how weak she is and pathetic. She's not strong. She got caught. Um, and she throws in that ugly doll with the blood tear coming down the doll's face. And then Claire wakes up and snaps out of it. And it was a nightmare. Because I'm thinking, how could Jordan get in there? And how could she get in there with a doll? I kind of knew something was up. So Jordan, in her weird, crazy self, she puts a picture of her sister up on the nightstand. She's unpacking her bag, this huge butcher knife. Okay. And she's got the poison that she gave to them. Now, what's interesting to me is she's come from Oregon to Wisconsin, Genoa City. She had to have taken a plane. How'd she get the knife on the plane? Okay, now I could almost see, yeah, she could have got those little vials of poison through because they could look like, they're under 2 ounces. They look like they could be essential oils, maybe. But I mean, come on now. They had to scan her bag. So what she do? Stop off at the 99-cent store and pick up a knife on the way to the writers, please. So now she got this big old knife and she's got the poison and she's looking at all three. She's got 3 vials. How much you want to bet she's going to end up ingesting one of those vials? Accidentally. Claire's probably going to be the one to do it. And there's no antidote, Aunt Jordan. So suck on that, right? So we'll see. Now, Michael, he goes to interview her and he tells her, I have not decided if I'm going to take your case. Victoria Newman and Cole, whatever Cole's name is, they want me to represent you. but I don't know that I am. I'm going to talk to you first, and I want to hear the whole entire story. So Claire tells him everything. And he says, oh, and you will be supplying DNA for a DNA test. See, my whole thing is it illegal to get DNA for a DNA test right now? See, because forget the swab. Reach up in your head, honey. Yank out about 5 strands. Put it in this Ziploc. Okay, we don't need to wait. Obviously, they got me here, so they have better intentions than you had. But you're going to give us that DNA test now. I mean, some strands, some evidence. So anyway, believe it or not, when she got through telling her story, Michael was sitting back just like touched. He actually believes her, and I know he's going to take her case because she told a very compelling story about her life and how, her life went. So we'll see. He's going to get her arraigned out on bail. But look, how she's supposed to leave the state. She's not, if she gets arraigned and gets bail in Oregon, she can't come to no Genoa City. She is going to need, and actually what they need to do is put her in a psychiatric facility so she can talk to a shrink on a clinical professional on a regular basis every day and get some group therapy in there while we got her in there. Okay, that's what needs to happen. It'll keep her contained, but she'll get the help she needs. And that's going to be very, very important. Now, we have Nikki. Victor told her to block the number, didn't he? She didn't. Every time she hears her text chime, she's, Nikki, block the number. Why would you read all that morbid crap that you can't even understand? See, because you know what you're going to do. You're going to be so terrified. You're going to beeline for the vodka. And boy, did she beeline for that woman. Turn that bottle up and I was like, slow your roll. That's vodka. It should have been burning going down. Well, we know that's water. Come on now. That's some water. Probably really good water. But still, it's supposed to be vodka. I could never drink vodka. Look, vodka was my drink of choice in my 20s. But for some reason, in my 30s, vodka was not my friend. Early 30s, not my friend at all. I had to switch to tequila. Because vodka, even to this day, vodka is not my friend. So what happened was she downed it, and then she decided that wasn't enough. She took it and poured a whole bunch of it in her tea. Now, Nikki should have been stumbling. And I mean seriously stumbling, because anytime you have been not drinking for years, you have a very low tolerance for alcohol. Yeah, they put it through her veins, which, come on now, I still think that would have killed her. But anyway, so it takes, bam, a little bit to get you drunk. Well, yeah, okay, so maybe it was in her veins, so maybe her tolerance is a little higher, but not enough to turn up the bottle and then pour most of it in that cup. Everybody ought to be noticing the vodka's disappearing, because she's not mixing it with water, because then look, she wouldn't have any real vodka, right? So Victoria comes over. Well, Victor comes out from the back. Victoria comes over. She tells them that she and Cole asked Michael to represent Claire. They protested, did not like it. And she's saying, look, I have to know the truth. And then Nick comes. She goes, I have to know. There is no way that I'm not going to get definitive proof. If our daughter Eve was stolen from us, I have to know. And so Nick says, you know what, Vic, I understand. And I'm not going to fight you on it. But you need to be very careful because Jordan is still out there. And you really don't know where Claire's headspace is at. She goes, oh, I'm aware, but I still need to know. And so Victor and Nikki actually didn't say, I forbid it, you better. They just left that alone because they know that could be their flesh and blood that they may have to have locked up or committed, right? So she says, Michael's there interviewing her right now. And so Victor and Nick were going to head to the office, and they said, you coming? No. So Victoria says, Mom, do you need an extra day? Do you need to stay here? And I was thinking Nikki was going to say, yeah, so she could really get hammered, right? She goes, no, I have a lot of work piled up on my desk, and I want to get to the office to get to it. So Victor and Nick leave, and Victoria says, I'll come with Mom. So they're talking, and she goes, Mom, I'm really worried about you. I really wish you would get some help. She goes, what do you mean? Some professional help, Mom. What has happened to you, you probably need help dealing with it. And I thought, when psycho husband Ashlyn Locke was after you and after that whole ordeal, did you want to get any help, Victoria? No, she didn't want to and didn't. Right? But she is right. Nikki needs more than just, I'm going to a meeting every day. She has suffered a horrible trauma too. Because in reality, Sharon needed help. Faith needed help after it. They all need to talk to somebody after the tragedies that they've had, but nobody's getting real help, you know? So Nikki says, no, I'm going to my AA meetings. I'm going to one every day for the foreseeable future. And Victoria says, Mom, that's good, but I think you probably need addition. She goes, darling, I'll be fine. And then her phone text message chimes and she tenses up, and Victoria's like, what's going on? So she slowly gets her phone. Mom, what's wrong? Mom, what's going on? And then she tells her, I've been getting phone calls, morbid phone calls and text messages. From who? That Jordan woman? And so Nikki gives her the phone, and Victoria reads the message out loud. And I'm thinking, yeah, because your mama need to hear it again, right? She need to hear the message from your mouth versus, okay. And she goes, Mom, this woman has to be found and stopped. Don't read any of these. Don't. I'm thinking, Vic, I don't know why she is. Nobody's saying change your number, Nikki. They're saying any unknown caller, block it. Block it. And you won't even get text messages, but Nikki ain't listening. She really is not. So we shall see. We definitely shall see. So that was it, everybody. Nothing earth-shattering happened, and it's going to be very slow, I think, through the rest of the year and probably most next year. Let's go to comment corner. Comment corner. Brooklyn says, I need more of my favorite girl, Phyllis, to be given a major storyline. She is a legend and not to be wasted, in my opinion. Brooklyn also says, I can't wait for February sweeps for Cricket the Bug. Stop calling Cricket the Bug. And Daniel to go off into the sunset and leave. I do see Cricket, Because remember, he's only here for 3 months. He took a break from touring. I see her going on tour with him for a while because we don't need Christine. What is Christine doing anyway? Now she's leaving the DA's office for the 100th time to do what? But by her leaving the DA's office, what? She's going to be free to go on tour with Danny. I Am says, it's time for Phyllis to get a relationship. They always have her go back to her exes. I know, I don't like that. But look, there's no other new person in Genoa City walking around on the street that all the women could try to go after. All the writers in soap opera land are showing how vulnerable the leaders of the communities are. Why don't I remember Mamie? That's because she was the nanny. She took care of John's kids and the house too, or governed the house, but she did do some housework and some cooking. So yeah, she was all around nanny, housekeeper, cook. Um, let's see. She seems like she's overshooting whatever power she has. She does not even have that big of a stake in Chancellor Winter. She only, but well, Victor did have a significant stake, but not enough to overpower anything. Nate needs to go back to medicine. Nate can do a lot of medical discoveries if he opened his mind. No doctor just walks away. Nate is not entitled to Lily and Devon's legacy either. Neither is Mamie. That is so true. Nate is always going to feel cheated by Devon because of their fight ending his surgical career. Like I said, you know how long ago that was? Medicine has come leaps and bounds. Nate never even really had like an additional surgery. He had one surgery initially when it happened. Come on now. With AI technology, I'm sure an AI was going to go fix his hand. Has anybody thought of that? Devon would spend big money for Nate to go and have an operation to correct his hand. He really, really would. Why they're not even going that route, I don't know. So anyway, and no, he does not deserve a piece of that company. Olivia was Drusilla's sister. Okay. The Winters comes from Neil, who was married to Olivia. Nate is absolutely not in that line of succession to inherit anything. You know, he could inherit something his mama did. Was mother's doing overseas doctoring. I think Doctors Without Borders. Okay. That's about it. And Mamie, absolutely not. She's not her legacy company either. But she did buy at least Mamie has more of a leg in it than Nate. Mamie has financial stake in Chancellor Winters. Nate does not. And look, let's be real. Lily either. Lily owns nothing. It's Devon is the Winters part. Lily is just Jill's CEO for the moment. Just like Jill named Lily CEO and Billy, her sidekick, was it CFO? Or was he really co-CEO? I just don't know if I remember him having the name co-CEO. I don't know. I don't think he had co-CEO. He had another C position, COO. Yep, that's what it was. He was Chief Operating Officer because Nate was Devon's COO and Billy was Lily's. Well, what Jill could do this time around is name Billy co-CEO. Give him more responsibility in the company. We shall see. But that's it, everybody. That's it for the daily recap of The Young and the Restless.